Orphans in Uganda. One of the greatest causes today is kids have lost their parents due to HIV, a virus, and this has led the death to their parents, guardians, and so many people have died through this. But also there is family breakdown. In Uganda, in America, I understand you call this divorce. Divorce is where you sign documents, you both agree we must separate. I don't know how it works really. But the point is, in Uganda, we don't have that word divorce. People don't need to sign documents. If you marry someone today, you feel you are not comfortable, just divorce. We call that breakdown, right? So they don't need to sit down and agree. So what happens is all that because there is no documents, no writing, no going in court. So these kids whom they have been having, they will start to scatter. The lady will go the other side, the husband will go the other side. And now the new mother in the house won't be able to take care of these children, and the father won't have the new wife to take care, so vice versa. So that's why there is family breakdown, and this is very, very common because of so many reasons. But also there is defilement and also sexual abuse of these children with disability, mostly girls. For example, like Grace, being that she's blind, in case she moves out, you don't know what will happen for her. But so many people have used this advantage to rape these young children, mostly girls, but also because kids are staying on streets, unfinished houses, no one take care of them. Some people will, be trying to spy and find them, and they will actually misuse their rights. But also there is broken-hearted for the loss of their parents, guardians, or lack of parental guardians, which actually cause these children to drop out from schools and hence hurry pregnancy in young girls or marriage. What happens in this is that if these children have lost their parents, both of them or one of them, no one is stepping in to take care of them. Assume they have been going to school. Now no one is able to pay for their school fees, which you call tuition. So like an example is that our kids go to school, they walk 1.5 hour mile to go to the school. Now when they get there and they have not cleared the school tuition office and the requirements, usually there will be a teacher who will stand up with a sheet and say, Samuel, James, Peter, blah, blah, everyone, put their name. You have not cleared. Can you march out and go back until when you clear the school requirements? Now this child has walked in the morning 1.5 mile. The same time immediately she's going to do the same thing. So what happens? They'll feel tired. No one is paying for them. They are struggling. So they drop out from schools, and with the girls they'll become pregnant because they have got nothing to do. And the boys, these young boys, will do the same thing to make these girls pregnant, but they can't really handle marriage at their tender age. So what happens? Abandon the children, drop them in toilets, drop them on streets, everything. They just run away to find new life. But other than that, there's also witchcraft due to greed for money because of poverty in families, and finally child sacrifice. Today we in Uganda have some witchcraft doctors. Actually they deceive people. Once you get me a child maybe of 2 years or 1 year or 6 years or 3 years or maybe a boy, we sacrifice this child. You become rich, you become one of the greatest guys in the world. So they sacrifice young children. Those are some of the kids we have, and that's kind of food we eat at the orphanage home. So it's called katogo, made out of cassava. We have sweet potato and everything. What we do and what it costs. Today we are renting the orphanage home. You have seen the picture Jeff showed you. We are renting our orphanage home, and it cost us $250. This includes rent, and actually this is the most critical need out of our needs, because even currently the house is demanding the rent bills. We are behind actually since May, and now tomorrow will be June, but we are trusting God everything. But our kids need to eat every day. They need education, which is sponsoring them. They need to go to school because without education, they can't achieve what are the goals. Right there, it's the house we are renting today. It has got electricity, running water inside, in a fence. The whole building, everything there, we pay for it, 250 per month. But we pay that in free ways, like we pay free month ahead, but we are behind currently. Also, the orphanage needs home surprise. And on this, I really appreciate this church. You collected some surprise and Jeff sent those. I really appreciate you so much, so much. And I will request everyone to give a hand clap to yourself. Please do that on my behalf. Thank you so much. But anyway, those cost us a lot in Uganda to get this. But also these kids need medical support. This is why we had no funds and Grace became Brian. So we are taking seriously this. These kids need shoes and clothes. And also we have, like I said, we have caretakers who are helping us to take care of this. Other than the orphanage, because at the orphanage home, these kids have got to learn how to read their Bible, how to pray, how to reach out to the community. So every year we do outreach to the community. Those are the pictures of last year. We are in the community trying to reach out to the kids, as the Bible says. Today in Uganda, we are over 35 million people. But imagine 5 million are Christians. They have got to know who Christ is in their heart. But if at all each of us today can reach out to 7 people, I'm sure everyone, Uganda will come to know Christ. But friends, remember, let us aspire to inspire before we expire. We need that before we expire. So none of us under this building has expired. That's great. so we can inspire someone in Uganda. And you are mostly welcome, and we invite you. As the Bible says, go therefore and make disciples of all nations. I am always with you, even at the end of the age. So God will be with you. Don't get scared of everything you have been seeing. Right. Other than that, our kids, what we have been doing currently to raise support, other than the people who support us, it's right behind the table. These kids make crafts. Everyone has been involved, including our girl, Faye Grace, who lost her eyesight. And I really appreciate, I need to know your name. This lady has bought everything that has been made by this blind girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll make sure I take a special picture with you so that I can tell Grace that I know she won't see it, but she'll see it spiritually. Anyway. These kids make those crafts to earn a living because we have different needs. And after my presentation, everything has been crossed. You can pass there at the table and look at those crafts. You may purchase one, you may buy one for yourself, or 2 or more than what you can. How can you support the Samuel's Kids Orphanage today? We need your prayers. That's the most important thing. Friends, I'm asking you, pray for us every day. We may have everything, but without prayer, we can't do this work. These kids are coming from a very bad life, different backgrounds, a lot of troubles in their lives. They need your prayers. Please pray for them every day. They need your prayers every single day in their life. They are going through a lot. Things are happening in a different way that you cannot imagine of. But also you can make a one-time donation. You can sign up to support a child. There are some forms there. You can sign up to support a child on a monthly basis. You can come up as a family or as a group or as a church or as a team or as your place of work. Anyway. And also, as I said, you can purchase some of the crafts these kids make. But also you can share this ministry with your friends, your family, your church. Jeff has been doing this antenna for the rest of last years, so it has really been impactful in our lives. But other than that, you can make a trip in Uganda to visit these kids. Join us to reach out to the community so that more kids can come to know Christ in their lives. As I conclude, we can stay in touch. I'm still in North Carolina for a few weeks. I'll be going to Virginia, from Virginia to Kentucky, from Kentucky, Colorado, back to Illinois, and finally to Uganda. But Jeff has talked about Facebook. I'm right there. We can keep in touch. Every day you can see whatever I'm posting from Uganda and from here. You can get a chance to see those. So you can we can stay in touch. Once you pick the card, you look for my names, you can send a message to me. But I've got also an email address which is there. Currently I have a US number which is right there, and also my Ugandan number, it's right there. But I'm on Skype. When I get back to Uganda, you can Skype. Even before right now, we are trying to set up a Skype. You can Skype and meet every child there. Not physically, but physical on computer. So you can get a chance. Just that Jeff talked about our difference. But we can figure that out anyway. We have a website which is samoskids.org. That website was designed right from the States. I'm not a website technician, but currently it has an error. We are doing all the best to fix this, but I really don't know what I can do. But other than that, currently there is samoskids.webs.com. There's some information to keep you updated. And also there is samoskids.wordpress.com. We are trying to do all this